I remember when I was done with my national service and I was believing God for a job, actually having applied to so many places. I decided to come and see Dr. Mike, who happens to be my mentor and also a grandfather. So I came to see him and I said, Doc, Onana, I'm a graduate of UCC. I studied maths and stats. Then he spoke to me after talking to me for a while. He believes that there is some. Yes. Thank you. He told me that he believes that there is something in me, and that why wouldn't I consider starting my own business? In fact, at that time, that suggestion didn't go well with me, because all that I wanted was to be employed and to get something to do. I had moved from Kumasi to Accra. But then not only did he tell me, but he also took time and taught me from one of his books, which is The 7 Principles of Success and Wealth Creation, which I believe that every young person here must have a copy of that book before you leave here. He told me that for me to succeed in business, it's not about having money or having many connections, but I need to have a positive attitude towards life. He told me that for somebody to be successful, it's all about attitude, and that attitude will actually cover about 60% of your success. I mean, for you to be successful, it comes from having a good attitude, and that your skill only takes about 25%, and knowledge is about 15%. And also he taught me about honesty, that for you to be a good businessman, you need to be honest, you need to speak the truth. And then, so down the line, when I left his office, in fact, I was very disappointed, because I said, I am coming to look for a job, and you're saying I should go and start a business. So from there, I still went around sending CVs around, believing God. But 3 years after, because I had met him and he has spoken to me and he has taught me many things, which I will come back to it, I decided to go into my own business. And I must say, to the glory of God, that as I'm standing here, I have a business with 3 branches, 2 in Accra, Tesano and Dome, and I have one by the grace of God in Kumasi. I have about 8 workers now, 8 solid workers working for me. By the grace of God, as I applied the principles in the book. In fact, it wasn't easy. When I met him recently, I was telling him it wasn't easy, but I needed to have those solid principles. I needed to learn that if you are doing business, you must speak the truth. If you tell a customer that I will deliver your item to you today, it must be delivered. And if a customer is trusting you to do something for him, you must also be reliable. So doctor taught me the difference between honesty and reliability. So he told me that an honest person may not always be reliable, but a reliable person is honest. And if you are reliable, it means that you do what is expected of you. So for instance, you started a business, and I deal in clothing. I started to sell suits for some time, and around 2020, I moved into kaftans. I employed tailors, and sometimes I deal with people having their weddings. You cannot disappoint them through the principle of reliability. And one of the principles too that he taught me is hard work. And from the book, I learned that hard work is what you do before work actually starts. Usually we know that work is from 8 to 5. So what you do before 8 and what you do after 5 p.m. So with all these principles, I thank God for how far he has brought me, and I thank God that I met Doc at the right time. Even though in 2012, on the 24th December 2012, when I met him, I left disappointed, but by the grace of God, the words he spoke to me, the encouragement, and even the prayers that he prayed for me on that day, I remember, has brought me this far. So I want to encourage every young person that every young person needs mentorship. And I want to encourage every young person as well that don't be afraid to start your own business. One of the things that makes us afraid to do something is fear. But as you read the book, And as you get exposed even to the testimonies in the book, your life will change. And I believe that you can start something on your own. The way Ghana is going, it's